So it begins, or realistically, so it continues. We're around 4,000 kills into this, and we're gonna come back to Latent Lakes. I've been considering Reventuli. The only reason that we've not changed to Reventuli yet is I want to make sure we can get a Diamond Widgeon before we go there. So I want to leave our tents as they are, and why not come here to Layton and try to get at least a couple. I'm gonna just let that 2 go. If we get them later, that's fine, but we're not gonna worry about trying to make that shot on the run. I thought we dropped the 3, but I don't see him. Bottom boy, thank you for the 34 months. Big Schuster, welcome back, man. What's up, Soup? Zeppy's in here, just shot a Bantang 98 times with the 22, I'm assuming? We did kill that, right? There he is, okay. Aren't you supposed to be dropping pounds before archery? I mean, raising pounds in draw weight. But otherwise, yes. Alright, let's go down to here. This whole thing, I've only done a couple of moose runs since getting the Great One fallow, so it'll be a learning process as we go today. Or a relearning process. 500 kills into the whitetail grind with 0 diamonds. Which map are you doing that on? Also, yes, with the 22, that would make sense. What's up, Noah? Doing a moose grind right now. Following your steps will hopefully one of us or both of us will have the good luck today. That's not a moose. Thinks it's a moose. There's one back in there. That's a cow. There's one there that's a cow. Alright, not really what we're after. So up on this end, there's been a zone, but as you can see, hunting pressure is pretty bad. I don't even know that we should shoot anything here. If you find a Great One on stream, I need you to turn on the music so you can associate the latent vibes with the Great One. You got yourself a deal, we can do that. Do Moose Great Ones have the Great One music? Which one of those things was it? Wait a minute. I am confusion. We had a $12 super chat from Rose before the stream 12 minutes ago, apparently. If you're here, thank you for that, I just saw that. I'm not sure if it was Kyla or Cody's membership that made the alert sound, but thank you to you both. Finally moved to Missouri and ready to hunt Missouri and Arkansas. Good deal, man. How's the, like, resident versus non-resident situation work there? What's up, Pizza? If you guys haven't seen, Pizza has a little Great One video out on his channel, by the way. Pretty top tier, reaction. Moose do have the music, okay. I've heard it, obviously, but I've never heard it for myself. We didn't have it on when we killed our whitetail, and I think we had it on for red deer, but red deer don't make it. All Great One music is bugged. Oh, is it really? I just assumed fallow didn't have it. Which map would you most recommend for Moose Great One grinding? I'm leaning towards Reventuli. So, I'm probably not the best person to ask because I've only done grinds on Medved and Layton. But I also am leaning towards Reventuli. The only reason that we're not on Reventuli today is because I still want to make sure we can get a Diamond Widgeon, and if it comes to it, we've got setups and stuff on our single player map. Now my plan at the moment, what I spent probably 4 hours doing yesterday to no avail so far, is going to Verhunga multiplayer and just setting up a layout of decoys and a blind. I've been able to kill quite a few ducks, I just haven't had one really even remotely close to Diamond yet. Kansas, I need points for non-residents, that makes sense. What's up, Whitetail Whisperer? Angelic's in here as well. Thanks, Pizza, for breaking my earballs. It was a pretty loud reaction. He warned you, though. Just got the Hunter Classic How Rare is a 198 mule deer. That's well above average. They get all the way up to about 245. If you crack 200, that's definitely a good one. If you're, I mean, really above 180 is a good one. Above 220 is like a real giant. In my mind, I want a Great One moose on Yukon because that's where I'd imagine a real Great One would be. The aesthetics of a Yukon Great One moose would be really good. Hello there. So, what were you doing back there? Were they drinking there? Could have been. I think we're gonna get a shot. Although he's doing all kinds of weird stuff. Nah, one of those shots hit lungs. Just had a few deer cams for the first time this year. Good deal, man. I was actually just talking to Hunterman before this stream. We were going over, like, how to age a deer and stuff with the jaw, and there's one that I'm looking at my dad's place. I'm almost afraid that it might be the Bladed 9, because if it is, For those of you that don't know, the Bladed Nine's the buck I've been chasing for like 5 years. If it is, he's lost considerable size, but he'd be 8.5. So it's kind of to be expected that he would go backwards now. I have family in Kansas, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, and now I live less than 2 hours from the Arkansas line in Missouri. Dude, that's a good spot to be as far as whitetail options. Down the road, and I'm probably looking way down the road, what I'd love to have set up is like own maybe like, let's say even 20 acre plots, but ideally 30, 40 acre plots in like West Virginia, Maryland, maybe Ohio, but that's probably a much pricier thing if you're buying deer hunting land in Ohio. Places I can get to in like 5-6 hours or less. And then if there's a cold front coming through, like in a particular area, just make that drive. I think that'd be really fun to have those sorts of options. Still great wanting? Yes, we are. Back to the moose, which I'm still unsure about how we're gonna do it, what map we're gonna do it on, but we're gonna do what we can today. I saw something about my new bow. Was it, do you like your new bow? I think that was the question. So far, I've probably shot like 50 arrows through it. The main problem I have is the ones that I'm shooting at the moment are, that looks rare. Huge, big male. Anyway, the arrows I'm using at the moment are 300 spine, and the weight and arrow length and stuff I have should be 350 spine, so the spine's too stiff, and therefore they're flying a little funny, but I have arrows at the shop, they're just getting fletched and everything, and when I get the new ones, I'll really see how it is. So we're going to try to kill this big one, and get the piebald to turn towards us. He read the script. You know, all this time we spent on Layton, I forget what it was, 1,400 or 1,600 kills till we killed a rare? We've actually started to get quite a lot of rares now, way more rares than diamonds. What is Kyla doing into my mic? Go ahead. You're gonna sing it so well it's gonna get picked up? Holy. This card is so amusing. Why, thank you. I see that, Cody. I'm just... Okay. That scared me. Why? Could you collab with Kendall Gray? I guess never say never, but I think our content is so different that it probably wouldn't mesh well. Piebald's uncommon at this point for every species, at least fallow deer, moose, maybe whitetail. I think whitetail piebald seems to still be rare. The bork, it got me.
That's because I tapped online.
You did it.
Because I'm trying to tap for the follow numbers, and I did 3 in a row.
I thought it was because I laughed. I was like, geez, that's getting bad if I can't even laugh anymore.
Oopsie.
Oh, dear. Shadow, bark more, please no. I've heard enough of her borks. Scared you as well, JC? For as little as she is, she can certainly produce a bark.
No, she's just laying there down.
Do you ever shoot your dog on accident out of habit? I'm assuming we're talking about in-game. I mean, I've done the thing where it says invalid target, like I scope in. What the heck? How do I have a 338 with no bullets? There is a bug with the loadouts? What am I yeah, I'm not supposed to have anything there. Trying to think what I must have used this loadout for. Because when you do read, like when you load a saved loadout, if you've changed it or something, and then the blank slots are equipped, it'll bring up something. I meant in real life? No, that has not happened. Could you show on the map how you do your grinding runs on Layton? I can try. Basically, at the moment, I've got like, I'd say 4 main spots. This up here, which we start at this tent and run up. Right here, where we're going to right now, which we're going to slow down. That would be kind of Willowpeg area. I just put this tent here. We're going to see how this does. And then this area in High Lake. We do the coast down here. We have other tents all around the map. As far as consistency goes, those are the main ones. That's what's been so tough about Layton. Like, I just don't know if it's consistent enough where we're grinding. Speaking of consistency, I mentioned this as being one of our good spots. 1 cow. Okay, so we'll come back here. We could be a little bit on the other side. We gotta take this tent down too. Nothing's been there forever. Let's try this new spot. What's up, King Charles? Got a diamond moose today, my 5th diamond. Not bad, dude. Tips for a moose grind. I really wish I had... Oh. I had 4 bulls here. I killed all them. Now we have 1 cow. Cool. Anyway, I wish I had more insight on moose grinding and everything. I'm definitely far from good at it or super knowledgeable on it. But I would say, even though we're grinding on Leighton right now, Reventuli probably is the best option, and I think we're going to move our grind to there fairly soon. Have you tried adding weight to the front of the arrow to make it fly better? I mean, I already have... So, like, I have 2 300 spine arrows from, like, 20... What year? 2021, I guess. Just leftover ones that didn't either break or have broadheads on them. I don't even know where the other ones are, actually. Just, they happen to be the arrows that are the most similar to what I'm going to be shooting this year. But I have 350 spine arrows, like, literally at the shop. They're already being fletched and stuff. I just have to go and pick them up. But they'll be the correct spine for everything. Torch and moose grinds are Yukon or New England? If it wasn't for the river, I think Yukon would be okay. Best area in the angler for bass. Boy, I am not great with bass. Let me think. So there's bass on both maps, but assuming you mean Golden Ridge Reserve, are there bass on both maps? Now I'm questioning myself. There might not be. Either way, on Golden Ridge Reserve, the main big lake, when you start there, actually has a bunch of bass in it. It's just finding the right areas, which I think can be a little bit random at times. But just going around the shores of the big lake, you should encounter quite a few. Rack guy, not a bass guy. Bip, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate the support, man. I was wondering if there were any rare skins for Canadian geese. I've been on the grind for a diamond and was wondering if there's any skins I should look for. The really, really rare ones are light gray leucistic, melanistic. Is that it now? And then gray and brown hybrid are like uncommon. I'm missing one, I know I am. Gray is sort of a rare, but not super, you know, compared to the other two. Which one am I missing? Bald leucistic is very rare. Thanks for all your tips. No worries, man. You or anyone where I can find bighorn on Rancho? So they drink, I think, like 1,500 to 1,800 or something like that. Is late in the day, whenever it is. They're pretty all over the map, like in the deserty areas. Not the deserty area, sorry, like the southern part. They might be up in the desert now too, but I haven't even been on that map in so long, I can't think of the name of the place. I used to go there all the time for like mule deer and stuff. It's sort of, I want to say southeast. A couple of smaller lakes, and then you go up over that big mountain, and there's a road that was really great for pheasants and stuff back in the day. How many super rares do you have? I think, like, legitimate, you know, actual super rares, not counting things like a melanistic diamond axis we shot when they were kind of common. I think 6. I'm pretty sure 2 super rare whitetail, super rare moose, super rare kudu, water buffalo. Oh, maybe 7. Because we have a... Did I say the gray fox? I don't think I did. And then I realized we have a piebald diamond axis deer, which we also killed one when they were a little bit more common. Not the same as the melanistic diamond axis because level 5s and melanistics were overspawning. Piebald axis deer in general were more common when we shot the first one than they are now. The second one, though, I think was legit, like super rare level of rarity. You should do a realistic bow hunt for whitetail. See, the problem that I run into when I try to do any realistic hunts anymore is I just feel silly because when I'm filming my real life hunts, it ends up being different. So when it comes to doing realistic style hunts, I'd rather just save stuff like that for the real hunts that I film. Exactly, K-Flow. Do you have any tips? 5,598 kills into the Great One. Red Deer grind and still no Great One. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do other than keep going once you get that many kills. It's bound to happen eventually. It's just hard to know when it's going to be. Which map are you grinding on? Doesn't help the Call of the Wild's fairly unrealistic. It is tough to make things appear. Because I'll let you in on a little secret if you watch realistic hunts in Call of the Wild on YouTube. Probably a lot of stuff gets cut out because animals do stupid things like climb on top of other animals, for instance. So it can be really tough to make things appear real. They say Call of the Wild is arcadey, but I think it rather depends on the player. I would agree with you. You can play Call of the Wild in a fairly realistic way, but it very much caters to arcadey play. This water, by the way. I didn't realize that Leighton had that issue too, but I don't like it. Garnon Tailroa, that's a good map for him. I'd say if you keep going, you're going to get one to show up, but at the end of the day, it's a dice roll over and over and hoping that it comes up. Great one. I don't know. Doing a moose grind on Leighton. So here's what happened. Hang on. Just gonna take care of these real quick. Get them to leave us alone. So we did a medved grind for like 1,400 kills, and it was just killing me. I wasn't enjoying it very much. We weren't killing much of anything special either. That certainly didn't help matters. But there was something about the map. It was almost like a snow blindness effect. It was maddening to be on that map for as long as we were. So I switched to Leighton because I like Leighton, but I'm considering going to Reventuli fairly soon. Maybe the flashy gameplay, like glowing tracks and stuff, but I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I've seen that. Ooh, that's a good one. I've seen that as a comment on Call of the Wild videos fairly often, like, this is a hunting game? Why'd all the tracks and stuff glow then? Like, I don't know, so you can find them. Who cares? What would you like the next great one to be? If I can choose anything, including non-base game animals, mule deer, I still think there's enough of a bridge between blacktail and mule deer with the bench leg idea, which I've explained enough times that I'm not going to re-explain now. But if they want to go strictly base game, probably Roosevelt elk. I think wild boar could be cool too. What's up, Brady? When you grind on a map, does it affect how much you like to play the map afterward? Quattro it did. I got pretty sick of Quattro Colinas after doing the red deer grind. It's two good ones. I like to see it. I don't think Leighton it did. And frankly, I don't think Te Aroa is going to, because you don't hunt much of Te for fallow deer. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really efficiently grinding Te Aroa for fallow deer, you're not seeing 60, 70% of the map. Oh, that's not a 22. Let's see how we're gonna do this. What if we shoot the one behind him? Because he's broadside. And then get him as he turns? That's like my favorite non-diamond rack, by the way. Gonna have to track, which I was gonna use the 22 to hopefully avoid that, but it is what it is. That's the second one we got good, too. A bread order? What do you think the average kills are per Great One fallow? Average? Probably under 1,000, frankly. I mean, I went 6,000. I know Mel went 4,000. Pizza just got his yesterday. He was 2,200 or so. Lots of grinds go way over, but every day I see like a huddle fallow Great One multi-mount posted in the official Discord like, here's my grind, it took forever, 1,800 kills. I'm like, holy crap, that took forever. But they'll have 3 of them at 1,800, that'd be 600 on average. Really often, the average for people that are getting a bunch ends up being sub 1,000. When you factor in grinds like, you know, I went to 6K and Mel went to 4, I think Kylo, what was your first one? First was 17, but second one was 3? So, you know, stuff averages out, and those grinds are really going to push the averages up, but there's been so many killed in few kills. Sad KZ noises, I know. Poor guy. Did you Just got my second great one today, Fabled Spoon. 1,044 kills. Yeah, that seems like a fairly solid length grind. I thought this one was bigger than the other. Not bad. And we'll probably check down to here just in case they do drink down this low. Imagine being a grinding nerd. I thought about like what I would do if I stopped grinding. Because I really, after the fallow deer, I was like, do I really, like, do I want to go back to moose and bear? And part of it is like stubbornness, like, no, I spent this long on it, I gotta finish it. It's a little bit of that. But at the same time, like, I really do want a great one moose and great one bear in my lodge. And I got to thinking, like, okay, Diamond Widgeon and Diamond Bobcat, it's not gonna take that long. If I really put the time in, we're gonna get them. Like, it'll just be a matter of time. What am I gonna do for, like, months after that? So it's probably not a terrible thing to sink ourselves back into the moose grind. What's your favorite out of 30-06, 308, AR, and 7mm? Ooh. For any task, probably the 7mm. If we're grinding, it's going to be the 308, though. You know what I need to try? I need to carry the 9.3 with us one of these runs, and just those off-angle shots go with it instead. Just killed a troll level 5 moose. They sure like the troll. That was one of the other things that's bugged me about this grind and made it a little bit tougher to stick with. Because I feel like, to a degree, it's almost checkpoints. Like, you go 300 kills, okay, got another diamond. Another 70 kills, okay, cool, got another one. Maybe we're getting somewhere. And then you go a long spell, maybe 500 kills. Finally get another diamond. Half of those ones end up being trolls, and it just slowly rips your heart out, basically. I think the next great one's going to be... Surely you mean a Hirschfelden thing? I read that as like horse at first, which I'm guessing is also not what you mean. How are we going to sneak that in there? Gotta chill on these shots. I probably should carry the 22, because we're doing too much single lung tracking kind of stuff, but... Like I said in the title, we're not going to take this too seriously today. I don't think, like, you know, 3 of the next 4 streams will be moose grinding streams or anything, but we're going to slowly work our way back in. Favorite moose great one combo? Let me put it this way. In the same way that the fallow deer, I said, like, my favorite combo is the one that we'd eventually get. Whatever we get, assuming that we do get a great one moose, will become my favorite. As far as, like, if I got to choose, I've always liked the idea of the big typical rack and the oak fir. What's up, Dylan? A horse great one would be awesome. A zebra? Maybe. Nightbot Sleepy, what stream was that? It was Friday, I think, on Twitch. He was pretty slow as well. Had everything set up, got 4 diamond moose on my grind after 2,000 kills and just kind of gave up. I feel you, man. The diamond numbers in the 4,000 kills that I'm at, which I'm actually probably at 39 something, but we'll call it 4. 15 maybe, which I know that's a considerably better rate even than you were at, and I'm feeling like it's hopeless in a way. A diamond every 500 kills is tough, dude. Mosin slays hog deer, does it? That's something to try. Imagine like big game, great one, bison, buffalo, etc. It feels like that's only a matter of time, because it's kind of in the same way that from the moment that great one moose got announced, I always felt like this is the pinnacle of what a great one is supposed to be. This huge, majestic, impressive, and unique animal. I think any of the buffalo or bison species, it would be hard to mess that up and not fall right into that category. What's going on, Reinhardt? I want to die because I'm trying to kill coyotes with a bow for a mission on Layton. You know what sucks about the Layton missions and the Hirschfelden missions to a degree too? They were made for probably 3 population redistributions ago. Like, stuff's been moved around on Layton several times, and it's tough to successfully complete those missions because sometimes you gotta kill a coyote in an area that coyotes don't live anymore. Within 200 to get double lung like 60% of the shots and they run for a whole 3 seconds, that's a good deal. It's tough though, because like if you want to carry a weapon for Fox, you need that class too. You probably could go Mosin 22H. Ideally you want a shotgun, so I guess say 12 gauge. In like 7 mil? That could be an okay loadout. I watched your first Call of the Wild video, it was so funny. Man, I watch some of those old videos sometimes, and I'm lucky I don't keel over and dive cringe. Is it... So my first Call of the Wild video, I don't even think it's in my Call of the Wild playlist, actually. Because it was in 2016, December 8th, 2016, I think. They did like a lottery beta test thing. And because of a gracious viewer who got his email drawn in the lottery, because I did not, he sent me a code and I got to play it. I don't think that one's in the playlist. So the first one in the playlist, if I'm not mistaken, I couldn't get the gun to scope in, and the way that I fixed it was like hip firing somehow. I don't know why that happened, but that's my recollection of things. Didn't even get the heart shot anyway. Oof, 0 for 2. I think we're out of practice. Thoughts on Great One Mallard? So it's kind of, you know, I in some way try to describe what I think a Great One is supposed to be with the moose and bison/buffalo idea. I'm not sure a Great One waterfowl species can be like majestic enough and have that like aura of mystique to really like galvanize the community into wanting to grind for them. I don't know where all these big words just came from, but I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I've heard of banded ducks being an idea or things of that nature. I just don't know that that's enough to really get people interested, you know? Great One wildebeest, and it's the one that trampled Mufasa. Got some like lion hair. Never mind. The worst part is I do that, and then I'll sit here and be like, what's that word for, it's a type of tree. They could easily make the Great One elk look amazing. I would like to think so. I mean, you could do the spider bull. That's a well-known trophy elk. Because if you look at, which was it? The big non-typical moose, I believe. If you look up, like, non-typical moose on Google, it's almost exactly what they've done for the Great One. What's up, Foxy? Great One wolf would be so cool. See, I do think Great One wolf would be awesome. It'd be interesting, because I don't know how mechanics for them would work. I'm curious if they would be something like waterfowl, because those of you that don't know, if you happen to be like grinding for a diamond goose or a diamond duck of any kind, you actually have to kill every member of the flock before anything respawns. Then you get a respawn of an entire new flock. I wonder if wolf packs are like that. I kind of feel like they are. Like, I'm pretty sure I've shot all the male wolves out of a pack before and just seen 4 females roaming around. I want a Great One grizzly. So I do as well. I'm with you. My only concern is grizzly bear are terrible to grind. So bad. Maybe better now because they've moved where they are a little bit, but I know some people are still out there grinding for like albino grizzlies and stuff, and they still hate it. It's kind of like black bear in a way. It seems like it's 80% females, which is just, it's really tough to do a grind when that's the case. But maybe, because if you go in the official Discord and just watch the Fabled chat, there's discussions about how bad Great One black bear are to grind for right now. So maybe EW would see that and be like, okay, we gotta make Grizzly a little bit different. If they did that, I'd be all for it. I duck hunt, there's no such thing as a holy grail mallard duck. I don't duck hunt, so I've kept my mind open to it, but I would tend to think you're probably correct in that. Alright, let's jump back here, because sometimes they're a little late. Has anyone seen the T-Rex? The one in Classic. Water looking funky. It's a, it's because of all the wildfires. Great One muley or pronghorn? Great One Pronghorn could be interesting. They'd be so easy to grind. They'd be fallow deer-esque. As I spent 6,000 kills trying to get one. But they may not get the same, you know, specialness. That had to be close to double heart shot. Is that tent still over there? Let's just go that side. Great One Turkey Slam. If we could even just be able to do a regular turkey slam, I wouldn't be too upset about that. Did he die already? I guess so. Oh, never mind. That was dumb. It's obviously the one that fell because the other one's a hard shot. Anything good? We got a little piebald already. It's things like that that make me want to stick around on the latent grind just a little bit longer. Like, we're having a degree of success. I just don't know if it's enough. Like, should we go to Red Tule? Because here's what's going to happen. We've been live for 30 minutes. We've been grinding for 30 minutes. And it feels like we're doing okay. We've killed a decent number of moose. We're actually going to jump up to one more spot yet that I forgot about, even though it's past 1600. I think we can get away with it. And then we'll do another run. I'm going to check our kill number when we do this. And I'm going to be really disappointed because it's going to be like 8. I just think we could kill more moose on Red Tule. What great one are you hoping for next? As far as like a new great one added to the game? Hoping for mule deer, more so expecting like wild boar or elk. Set up a grind on both. So that's a little bit of the plan. The reason that I don't want to move to Red Tule yet is I want to make sure we get one of every diamond in the game. The only things we're missing are Eurasian Widgeon and Bobcat. I think I have a plan for Widgeon because they're so tough to grind. Like, I did waterfowl grinds on Red Tule Coast. We got a diamond gray lag goose, we got a diamond bean goose. Thousands of kills for each. They're just better than ducks to grind for, because ducks are so small. If they land in any brush, you just can't see them. It makes it a real challenge to kill the entire flock's work, and you have to get the respawns. So what I've been doing instead is joining multiplayer servers on Verhunga and just setting up a layout of decoys and a blind. I think eventually we're bound to kill a diamond widgeon that way. If we do that, then I think we're going to go ahead and move, you know, a grind setup to Red Tule. But without being able to make use of all the tents that we have at our disposal, I think it won't be a full effort, and I don't think that'd be good. I think we're a little late here, or there were no bulls. Alright, so let's go change the time. Let's look at what is probably going to be a sad kill total. Great One Caribou, that would be cool. So jacked to be back. Monday streams rule, holy. Never gotten a diamond? Do you have any tips? If you're just looking for a diamond of any kind, I'd go to Quattropolis and hunt Ibex. They tend to make diamond more often. Sad finger. Let's go to the menu and back. Great One Reindeer and Rudolph is a fur type? I could get behind that. If they really wanted to go like realistic route, it could be some sort of injury instead of the whole glowing nose. Okay, how many moose did we kill? By the way, you can see what I was up to here. Oh, we didn't do too bad actually. I can live with that. We killed like what, 12? 13? If we could keep those numbers up, we'd be all set. I don't know if we can, but we're gonna try. Could a 1-star mature Alaska moose make 5-star? No. The 1-star mature, probably best you'll see is 3-star. Ideally, you want to see, I think 2-star adult straight into 3-star mature, or maybe 2-star matures have a chance. I think the 2-star matures have a chance. But that's like from 2-star adult. Nothing spawning here. This is, again, a little bit of the problem. And then as soon as I move tents, they're like, oh, hey, let's spawn here again. So let's go... what the heck? Let's try the spot where we started last run. They were there. What'd you think of Scotland? A Scotland map? What would be new species-wise? Because I don't know enough about it. Can you go on Rev today? We might. The problem is we have tents set up. I actually don't even know. Like, we have the max number of tents on Rev and Thule, and I guess there are duck setups everywhere. But I don't know that we'd get much done. Iron Moose, thank you for the super chat. Honestly, I want a great one. Blacktail, since they are literally just on Layton Lakes. But it would also be cool if we got another map with Blacktail. That's kind of my hope. If they were to do Great One Blacktail, and I still hope they would do the bench leg thing and do Great One Mule Deer and Blacktail simultaneously. What I don't know is where you could add another Blacktail map that would also then add a bunch of new species. Hotspots for Cape Buffalo? Pretty much the entirety of the coast on the east side of the map. Run up along that, you're gonna, during their drink time of course, you're gonna stumble into probably dozens if not hundreds of Cape Buffalo. I think their drink time is 9 to 12 or something like that. Why don't you do a moose grind on New England? I like my sanity. That's mainly why. Did you hear Shadow just now? It's quite a sound she just made. So where are we going to start this run? I'd like to find a moose to get us going. We never checked this spot either. What map are you hoping for if not Africa 2.0? I still think Greenland would be neat. Could I have Blacktail to Yukon as Sitka Blacktail? You could, but at that point, like, would the Great One be the same? I guess it could be. How's Carlos? He's chilling. He survived the barrage of bullets that was sent around Te Awaroa. I believe John did not. I'm pretty sure I must have clipped him at some stage. I couldn't find him anymore. The thing is, there were like a bunch of does at that lake where John spawned. I didn't kill all the does, I know that. And they disappeared? So there's a chance John's chilling somewhere else. Will we see a speedrun video? Let me put it this way. If we get the couple of diamonds that we're missing, and maybe if the Great One grinds, you know, start to do decently well and we're having some luck, we might take a break and try that. You not killing Carlos was sus? You're sus. I heard they were around the entire map? What's that? Can you do a Great One Moose guide on Layton? Here's the problem. It's hard for me to do a guide for something that I haven't accomplished. Because then, is anything that I'm saying that useful, you know? Weird 12s. Greenland would actually be so cool to see. Dude, I think muskox. I've almost done that 100 times. I finally actually did it. Muskox, caribou, probably Arctic fox, Arctic wolves, snowshoe hare. You've got enough like unique species there to do a map, in my opinion. Oh, interesting. A new zone. That's in an okay spot. We might grab one of our useless tents and bring it up here. Puffins? I don't want to hunt a puffin. What if we could have, like, you know how in Subnautica you can get, oh, I don't know what they're called. There's a cuttlefish, I think. There's a little companion thing you can get. A puffin can be your, like, your hunting dog, but a puffin. How many kills in total? Like 3,900. It was like 1,400 on, or actually no, it'd be 1,600 on Medved, 2,300 on Layton. Been watching you since 2017, and you made me get Call of the Wild. Well, hopefully you've been enjoying it then. You make me feel 99. You are 99. So yet again, terrible angles for shots, but we'll make do. Just squeeze that past that cow. That one's going down. That one's going down. We need a tent and a four-wheeler here, probably. Can you even do polar bears in Greenland? Could you? I'd get behind that. Are you at all worried there's a Great One on Medved from your previous grind? It's a possibility, I guess, but I'm not super worried about it. I think, you know, I talked about doing basically a setup for a grind on every map that had moose and just killing a couple hundred at a time here and there. I still might do that, but I don't know. We've gone as far as we have grinding. I don't expect there to be a great one sitting there. We've gone back and checked too. Anything good yet? We killed a very small piebald. I have my OG account got deleted, so I guess I restarted 2 weeks ago. Oh. That's, I mean, the restarting thing can be very fun, but it'll very quickly make you realize what you took for granted. Things like being able to run and reload, sight spotting. When you've played hundreds or thousands of hours with things and then suddenly you have nothing, you really appreciate that stuff. Huh. Thought that was a gold at least. Okay. So now that we're moving a little bit, let's go... I don't want to do the coast again, although that actually produced some big ones. Isn't a Monday stream without NFL talk? What sort of NFL talk do you want to talk about, Jordan Love? Have you done a moose grind on Rev? No. The thing that's preventing me from going there is I don't have a diamond widgeon yet, and I don't want to tear down my widgeon setup to make it... That's a big one. Up to 295. But yeah, I don't want to make it a moose grinding tent yet. Despite the fact that I have been looking for a diamond widgeon on Verhunga multiplayer, it just might not work, and I might decide, you know what, I'm just going to have to kill a million widgeon. That's a bull, isn't it? It is, I just can't tell how big he is. Oh, that was back. I think we actually got him. He who must not be named made his first appearance with the Jets. Is it, Mr. Rogers? Would you hunt in Red Dead 3 if it was released? Probably. I was talking to Mel recently about the legendary pronghorn that's in... Which is which? Epilogue is first, prologue is second? However that works. The ending part of Red Dead 2. I never killed the legendary pronghorn, and maybe that would be a fun video. OJ's with the Jets now? Yeah. Are there moose in New England in real life? Like northern New England? Maine? I think New Hampshire. Got my grit and fallow under 300 kills while hunting for diamonds. Can't complain about that. Not bad, dude. What if they added a great one penguin? I guess we'd be penguin hunting. Oh, we actually hit the liver there and then hit him in the face the second time. Epilogue is second? Oh. Well then. We're killing some decent ones. That is promising. Welcome back, Captain Murray. New Hampshire has a very limited moose hunt. I only slightly remember that because when I was really young, a couple of my cousins lived in New Hampshire, and I remember they would like see moose here and there. And I thought that was the coolest thing because I played Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2004 and would like get to shoot moose, and I always wanted to be somewhere where I could shoot moose in the real lives. Any word on your truck? Not much. So it was, what, Friday morning, I filed a claim for the insurance people, and then I emailed them to ask, like, is there anything else? Or am I just waiting, basically? I got a response Saturday at 3 p.m. I was like, cool. They needed a couple more photos, so I took those, sent them, and the reply I got was, you sent a message outside of business hours. You might not get a reply. And then I finally heard back this morning, but it wasn't much information to go on, so I'm still just waiting. The return of the Mies. Just kill albino kudu, there you go. Does Kyla still live with you? Begrudgingly.
What?
Begrudgingly, like you're here but you don't want to be?
No, I wanted to leave. I said leave.
With what?
And then I'll
You can't even take a truck right now.
Uber somewhere since the truck's not here.
truck. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. If you guys... Because I don't think I've told that on YouTube yet. Thursday night, we had a wicked thunderstorm. And it knocked a tree on my truck, and it's probably going to be totaled. So that's big cool. What's up, Mel? Just go to troll red deer, aren't they just the best? Listen, sir. Can you get your life together and not stand exactly right there? Okay, he listened. Oh, did we get the right one? One, like, dove across in front of there. But we still hit the correct one? Oh, he's dead. Ripped your truck? It's honestly quite a shame, because that was a very nice truck. But, assuming I get approximately the value back that I paid for it, be able to get another one in that area, I guess. It's still, I like that truck, so it sucks, but tis what it is. I was watching a rare sight of a roebuck trailing an in-season doe literally right behind our back garden. That's cool. A little malform? Did you take the photos? Nobody home here. That's so, like, literally I killed 4 moose here, set up that spot, like, okay, we got another good spot. Gone. Let's see. We could try, we went here, I want to give that a little bit longer. It's so funny, like, how limited this grind feels as stuff moves around. Favorite map? It is here on Layton Lakes, actually. It's the main reason that we're continuing to do a moose grind here, because I enjoy being on this map more. Now also shooting these. Nice. Recently bought the game and discovered your YouTube channel. What gun and perks are you using at the moment? Okay, so one thing I should probably note before we even get into that, what we're currently doing is kind of well known around the community as Great One grinding. Is probably not something you want to do straight away. However, the gun is in the Yukon Valley DLC. It is called the 300 Canning Magnum. You can only get it if you own the Yukon Valley map. There is a base game version, well, not even version really, but a base game gun, the 338 Rangemaster, which power-wise is basically just as good, but it's a single shot. And then perks and skills, what I'll do is I'll just open these, and if you want, you can screenshot them. However, if you're in my Discord, you can go to the Call of the Wild chat, do !COTW perks, and all these screenshots will be here. So if you gotta go back and look for them, they are in the Discord. Blasting hog deer with the Mosin. I heard a thing. It may have been a male thing, but it was not. Make sure we get these ones to render in, if there are any. Looking to me like there are not any. Dang. Alright, well, let's try this spot again, see if it produces anything. Got a couple guns out of my collection. Got a Rossi 357 mag that was my grandfather's, and I just recently picked up a Savage 22. Nice, dude. 508 kills into my Moose Great One grind. Which map you grinding on? If this spot doesn't produce, I'm going to be big sad. Currently grinding on Layton for whitetail. Not bad, dude. What the heck? Oh. Thought that was the deer. Never mind. Random albino deer would have been much cooler. Mel had such bad luck with super rares before that the RNG felt bad and overcompensated, like, here's a bunch of rare 5s. 2K into the fallow grind, getting kind of annoyed even though I know it's semi-normal. I would say, like, really anything above 2,000 or 3,000 is an abnormally long grind for fallow, but here's the thing. Some people are going to have really short grinds, and because, you know, odds and statistics and stuff work this way, some people are going to have really long grinds. Just kind of the unfortunate reality of Great One grinding. Look at these huge males that we're getting around here. Jerry, thank you for the super chat. I know what the Great One turkey is going to look like. It'll be a giant turkey with TK's head and his turkey call. Can it be that that sound that I had as the super chat sound for forever? Just That sound should play as soon as you spawn in as well. Or as soon as it spawns in, rather. So you know it's there. Have you ever seen the Bicentennial 30-30 lever action with the hexagon barrel? Can't say I have. I'm going to try for a deer with the 357 this fall. My grandfather passed away in June and I want to get one of his guns. That was, this is going, I was 14, so what, 11 years ago? It would have been, because it was in the summer. I'll come back to that in a moment. Iron Moose, thank you for the super chat again. I've recently reinstalled Way the Hunter after months of not playing it. Do you have any good tips for me asking for a friend? Yeah, I can help your friend out. So, months of not playing it. Have you been on Aurora Shores at all? If not, that's a pretty good map to like make a bunch of money on, because literally everything, bison, moose, Roosevelt elk, what am I missing? Big game wise, Sitka deer, they all have, oh, and caribou, they all have great output as far as the amount of credits you make per harvest. So that can be a really useful thing to try to get yourself back into things like making a bunch of money. And because Tickamoon Plains was announced with compound bows, it might not be a terrible idea to take the crossbow out and just kind of get yourself used to that if you're at all interested in using bows when they come out. And that's him. I thought it was you. Yeah, it was actually, I can't remember exactly how this went. It was an official EW stream. TK, of course, you know, used to do all the streams when he was community manager. And he was doing some kind of challenge. It was like an open sights thing. All I remember for certain was that Zaggy, like, bet him a beer or something that he couldn't do it. And then he made a perfect shot, open sights, and smoked this moose or whatever he was shooting. And then his next shot, he completely whiffed and just went, eh. How rare is a dilute mule deer? I don't know if I would say they're quite rare now. I think they are. That's what you run into when they change the rarity of things. Did that second shot land? I guess not. I felt like it had to be close. Is it possible for an initial Great One spawn? I think it's possible now. I don't know. There was basically people who were doing some less than legitimate things kind of made a lot of the community realize that they must have changed something with initial spawn Great Ones. Because the people who were very clearly just pop resetting over and over until a Great One spawned, sort of as an initial spawn from that pop reset, they suddenly stopped getting Great Ones. So a lot of us were kind of like, oh, they changed it. But since Moose, you get a lot of community members saying like, oh, I got an initial spawn Great One Fallow, I got an initial spawn Great One Moose. So maybe they reverted it, I don't know. Less than legitimate? I mean, pop resetting is pretty cut and dry and no bueno. Where? I don't understand this spotting thing. There we go, okay. What is your favorite super rare that we've gotten? Probably the Piebald Diamond Gray Fox. He's so cool. I gotta rearrange my lodge and put him way more front and center than he is. He's like in this back room off by himself, just this super rare fox. I don't know what I'm doing with my life having him back there. What's up, Finns? How's it going? And how many kills are we at for the moose grind? We're 3,900 or so. I don't know the exact number. I know I left off at 3,800 and have done a couple of runs, so 3,900-ish. And thus far today we've killed a small piebald. And we've been seeing some big fours, just haven't had a 5 yet. Only initial spawns are in the sanctuary? Is that like, guaranteed anywhere? Or confirmed? Guaranteed. If you could add any animal to the game, what would it be? Dog sheep, I think, on Yukon. What the heck, let's go here again. Only super rare is a Mellow Diamond Brown Bear? That's a good one, though. Shot a 252 Piebald level 2 whitetail, that's so close. I have a 260s Piebald that was a gold because it used to be scored differently. Looks like I messed up a super rare. The animals constantly refresh in the sanctuary? Yeah, it's like every time you start a new session, right? Tips for running musk deer. Did you do a guide on them? Or is it just a hunt? I don't either. They drink from like 8 to 12 on Medved, and they're pretty all over the place. If you set it to that time and just go to any of the lakes, or the ice, as it may be, they're everywhere. You won't have a problem finding them. Anything yet? One little piebald, level 3. Nobody home here. Have we been everywhere? We could check Balmont if we have to. I think we're missing... Nothing spawns here anymore. I don't think we went here yet. It was a hotspot video from us too. If you want to check that out, it's on Kyla's channel then. That might help you out. First hunt you'll do on Tickamoon Plains. I mean, probably just a general, like, unlocking the map type of hunt. Try to cover ground sort of deal. If you mean what animal do I, like, want to hunt for most, though? Boy. That's tough. Greater kudu, I guess. I mean, lion, Cape buffalo, those are awesome, but greater kudu has been a species people have wanted in this game for forever, and unfortunately we never got them. I think we hit a... No, we hit him. Fast travel over there, because I don't think we got him good. Just what have I missed? So far we've basically done 2 complete runs. Should die now. And 1 small piebald is all we have to show for it. Is a Malek kangaroo a thing? It is. Got any big males on trail cam? There's one here that I think is going to be pretty nice. A couple of other shooters that are... One's pretty goofy, so he's not going to score real high, and one's like a super low 10 point. Probably a shooter, like shooter age, but a 10 point that might not top 105. Like, he's not real big. The one big one, it looked like it was probably going to be 18, 19 inches wide, just a big frame 8. But he was, what happened was, a young buck walked in front of the camera and set it off. And this big one, all you could see was his rack kind of going back and forth as he was feeding. So it was tough to make any determinations of just how big he was. But that one I'm pretty excited about. Now we just had on trail cam at my dad's place. Let's go here. Goodness gracious. It's a really old buck. I don't know who it is, but it looks like it's at least 7 or 8 years old. I wonder if it's the bladed 9. If it is, he's 20 or 30 inches smaller than last year, but at the age he is, that wouldn't shock me. Moose Grant with a live reaction this stream? It'd be nice. There he is! Holy! Oh, 2 big males. No wonder I didn't go to this spot. They're schmoll. I bet the last Tickamoon species will be another big 5 species. Are we? I thought they were all confirmed. Are we still missing one? Got 4 shooters around my area. Main target's an 11 with a split brow. I don't know why, but split brow tines I think are the coolest thing. I've had, you know, a lot of the potential, like, oddities with deer now. Half racks, stickers. A couple of, I don't know what to call them, but, like, tines that grow completely not how they're supposed to. I've never had a split brow and I've never had a drop tine. Those are ones I want to get. Those are some monsters. I have the biggest male moose on my map. Do you go shed hunting? I do. I did a fair bit of shed hunting at this property. Actually, I did walk a good bit at Mom and Dad's, actually. But I was primarily trying to find where the bladed 9 lived. No luck there. And then in turkey season, I was walking back up the power line after an exhausting hunt, chasing one around a little bit. And I did find it. It's not even a shed. It's a broken off antler from sparring, I assume. So, as the first antler of any kind I found in a couple years, that was kind of neat. Let's check. Let's go back here. There's got to be bulls here. This is the most optimistic time of year. I think every big male showing up will be around come October, and the small ones will grow even more till the end of August. I think it's a good thing that, you know, if you want at least, you can follow, like, the growth of your deer via trail cams, and take inventory of all the bucks you have and stuff, because at least for me, it really fires me up to practice with my bow as much as I can. Planning on, probably not immediately after the stream, I'll let it get a little cooler outside, but I want to fling another 30 or 40 shots through that thing tonight. I forgot all the big 5 species. How do I forget that? Of all people. I think that's like illegal, actually. Got a 13.2 years ago? Not bad. I keep on saying, is there... Oh, it's rocks. Okay. I thought he was a piebald too. How much longer for the stream? We got about an hour. Listen, guy, if you could just show yourself. Rare fur type, great one. I don't... Can whitetail maybe spawn as them? It's never been done, like, legitimately. Because the albino great one that was killed on Rancho, it was when fur types were screwed up, so no one knows for sure, like, if that should have happened. Because I think it reverted to a common in the Trophy Lodge. And then some people had commons revert to rares. The whole thing was bugged. Got a couple of you that have lit a fire under me to get gooder. You got some nice ones this year. That is for sure. Shot my first bug last year, tall 6-point. Nice, man. There's something about like really big 6-points that I quite like. I've never shot one. Never had an opportunity to shoot one, but we've had a few on camera over the years. You know, 100-inch 6-points or so, which is really nice for a 6-point. They just always seem to disappear. Spots it fleeing 10 fabled. I might like throw up if that happened. Hello there. Just shot a diamond croc. Nice, man. Alright, it's about 1600. I'm trying to think where, like, we must have missed something this run. We covered too much ground too quickly. Yeah, what the heck. Let's jump back here and see if anything else has shown up. Thinking about buying Tailroa for fallow great one. Is it worth it? If you want a fallow great one, I would say it's definitely worth it. The Call of the Wild, like, DLCs go on sale, it feels like every 2 weeks. So if it's not on sale now and you're not in a huge rush, you could wait for a sale. Second level 5 gun of the week. Last week spotted, I want a sandbar trophy, not Baz. Well, beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Alright, let's just rest in... Where was I used to rest here, I think? Sometimes it seemed like the moose would just show up immediately when I did. Is the moose your favorite great one? I think, like, all told, all the combinations of great one moose compared to all the combinations of whitetail, bear, fallow deer, I think moose would be my favorite one. They're not my favorite to grind by any stretch. Did that main menu, like, faster than normal? It felt weird. Looking for hotspots for blacktail. Oh boy, I don't know if I do have any. I know they drink up here like in High Lake and Calburn. I don't know much beyond that. Where was I thinking? I just had it in my head. Let's go up to here and then we're gonna run the coast. I can choose to shoot this goat with extreme malicious intentions, or you could, like... Is it a diamond, do you think? 2 rares on Classic, both albino males with only 35 hours into the game. Is that good? I would say so. The mere fact that you were aware of the rares you were shooting is a good sign. A lot of people have killed rares in Classic so early on that they didn't know what a rare was. Balmont Lake for blacktail. I didn't even know about that. Which is Balmont Lake? This one? No, I didn't know about that. I'm thinking South Lake. I haven't been on the map in a while. It's not a good sign when I'm starting to forget what's what. Have you ever hunted outside the U.S.? I actually haven't been outside the U.S. There was a great one in my sanctuary. Does that mean it's on my map? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure sanctuary animals are random. That's a decent estimate, Danny. I have almost 2K hours on Call of the Wild. Okay, so you'd be, you know, aware of what to look for. Best Red Deer map. I think it's the general consensus for the community is that Tearoa is the best. Oh, I meant to bring a tent. Ugh. I have tripods, at least. Not that I meant to bring a tent. We have tents equipped. We just don't have the space on the map to place one. Do you still stream on Twitch? I haven't got notifications. Yep, still 3 days a week on Twitch. If it's not sending notifications, it might... I mean, sometimes, like, those platforms will randomly just unfollow you from streamers that you have no intention of unfollowing. That could have happened. And nobody home. Let's get up past this edge just in case they're in a different spot. Great one, Fallow's killing you. It's tough to see how frequently some people manage to get them when you can't get one to show up. I feel you, man. You don't get Twitch notifications either anymore. Maybe you have to opt into them somehow? What a nice group of cows this is. I hope that's not... No, that's got to be a different zone. Alright. To the coast. I have a Diamond Roosevelt elk on my map. I spooked it. Now I can't find it. Do you have a zone for it? Or do you at least know the general vicinity that you spooked it from? Alright, buddy, come fly fish. Can I come fly fish? Been asking the same question for 10 minutes. Have I missed it every time? I got the Hunter Classic. The first deer I shot was a small, not typical mule deer. Couldn't taxi it. That's one of the... I mean, at least it was a small one. That's one of those deals where that 24-hour limit on taxidermying, it really comes into effect, like either by EM or grind missions for a while till you get the 2000. Iron Moose, thank you for the super chat again. I really appreciate the support. If you and Kylo were offered to voice as new wardens as yourselves for a new map, what map would you guys want, and would you two take the offer? I would take the offer. I assume Kylo would want to do it. What map would I want? I mean, it would have to be, like, something close to home to make any sense, I feel like. Or a classic map of some kind, maybe? Like a... So, those of you that don't know, the northeast area of Hirschfeld in Call of the Wild, like the Mullerwald and Ritterstein area, is actually pretty much an exact copy of Hirschfeld in Classic. A little like homage to Classic. If they did something like that, maybe a Timbergold Trails type map or a Loggers Point or something, maybe that would make a little sense. I think it'd be fun though, I'd like it. I'm a fishing guide in Wyoming. Ooh, nice. A PA map? So, there's not much in PA that we don't already have in the game. Like, whitetail, black bear, elk would be our main draws, and we have all those species already in Call of the Wild. I guess you could do some small game, but even most of that, minus squirrels, already is in the game. Kylo, the cave girl. What? Oh, prehistoric map, I see. Prehistoric map. Prehistoric hunt, prehistoric map. Is gray fur type uncommon for mountain lion? Because I shot a diamond mountain lion and it's gray. Yeah, uncommon's probably the correct term for that. It's not like a, they're not extremely uncommon. It's really hard to, like, categorize things, but I'd call it an uncommon. Leopard skin tunic and a shotgun? You have to have the leopard skin tunic. What's up, Zach? First time catching a stream. How's your day going? It's going good, dude. Got a, I hope, decent advanced tactics beginner's guide for the Hunter Classic recorded earlier, so that's either going to come out tomorrow or Wednesday. It depends on how much editing is involved. If it turns out I have a lot of editing to do, I'll push it back to Wednesday and do Call of the Wild tomorrow. And it's kind of nice to be back on the moose grind, even though I'm not 100% sure yet if we're sticking with Leighton. I feel like it gets to this point where we just don't kill very many moose. We killed 13 our first run. That was really good. Our second run, I bet we had 8 or less. And we're having a little bit of that same deal here. With how mundane most voice acting is on Call of the Wild, y'all can do it. Hello there. I'm Flinter. I'm the warden of this reserve. Like that. Medved, do it. I don't want the medveds though. It makes my eyes cry. Croc grind? No, thank you. A friend of mine hit an albino whitetail with his car. So they say shooting an albino whitetail is like 7 years of bad luck or something. How many years of bad luck is running one over? Isn't Loggers Point an outlook on Yukon? Yes, as is. There's a Timber Gold something, I think, on Yukon. I'm dumb, I forgot you could use crossbows? Oh, can you? I think you're right. I think any mission that requires a bow, as long as it's not a specific bow, you can use crossbows. Your deepest voice as a voiceover for Call of the Wild? Deepest voice. The problem with, like, trying to do a really deep voice is you just have to get close to the mic and talk quieter. ASMR deep voice, man. Why does the time when joining multiplayer say 000? It shouldn't say that. Black, brown, springbuck, rare, they're actually pretty much a common. All this grind talk. Hey, back in my day, you just shot what you had and you're happy with it. Flinter starts ASMR channel. I mean, based on the popularity of the genre, it might not be a terrible idea. Zero times a console thing. Oh, really? I never knew about that. He's gonna dive right into the water. Ah, for once he went the other way. Yep, meant to do that. Just gonna take a nap real quick, don't mind me. To do moose on New England, I don't think I could handle it. It would drive me nuts. So I've been trying to kill a diamond bobcat on New England, and multiplayer like never has bobcat drink time. Every time I look, it's either just after or like midnight. I don't know why, but there's a lot of New England hunts that are going on in the middle of the night apparently. So I've been doing single player, and even just running one river has driven me about insane. I've been within like 0.2 twice, but I haven't had a level 9. OnlyFans ASMR hunting talk collab. What? Oh, I was wondering what not Flinter meant actually. Is Reventuli a good moose grind map? I believe so. That size you said, I'm just saying, man. If New England was good for moose, that'd be one thing. I mean, it is good for amounts of moose. But the areas required to grind, it would be a different story, I think, if I wasn't already 4,000 kills into moose. Pretty much sums up New England. IRL, what would you hunt, where would you hunt, and who would you hunt with? Like, finances and other such circumstances removed? Let's say caribou in Alaska. See, I ideally want to do it with a bow, so I'd love to go with Steve Brunello, but archery is not really his thing. So many options when it comes to like top tier archery hunters. Can I just pick Kyla instead? Alaska caribou with me? Who are you? 420 people watching this. Perfect. What happens if you don't harvest the animal? You'll still get a respawn of some kind. EW has kind of, I say EW, pretty much JaxyBeard on behalf of EW in the Hunter Call of the Wild Discord, has been pretty heavily implying that picking up your kills helps in some way. I don't know what that means as for like what happens if you don't pick them up, but I assume better things happen when you pick them up. Kyle, I get it. The legendary Slockmaster. Tim Wells went through my mind, but I feel like, you know, I'd be out there getting ready to shoot a caribou with a bow, and then like a spear flies past my ear, just shoo, smokes the caribou. Tim Wells back there slocked him. And I couldn't even be mad. Piebald rare for mallards? It is not. What gun do you use for whitetail in real life? For the last like 3 seasons now, have been using a Weatherby Vanguard 7mm on 8, and I love that thing. Really, I mean, every deer I've shot with it has been through the heart, and I haven't tracked it. So, accuracy, consistency, and here's what... If you buy a rifle in 2023 that's not $7 at some shady place, it's probably going to be really accurate and really consistent. But some guns just fit certain people better, and some configurations of trigger and scope and all those sorts of things can really affect how well someone shoots it. This particular gun, I shoot really well, and ideally I won't ever hunt whitetail with something else. Missed opportunity for $12? Well, if you buy it for $12, it's obviously top of the line, though. You gotta know the market. Now I need my own 7mm mod 8s? Well, if your birthday was in December. What happened here? I saw blood back there. Did he run up? Oh, he did. What's up, Samuel? Got an albino, bison, and troll pronghorn. I mean, to be fair, pronghorn make level 5, diamond, and troll fairly often. Albino bison is far, far cooler. Bergara makes a really good rifle, $800 to $2,000. Haven't found a bad one yet. That one, the Weatherby that I got, I think it was $800 or $700, and then either $100 or $200 scope. It was $900 out the door, which was a pretty solid deal. Gonna come steal the odd 8? It's mine. Can't have it. I heard a moose, a male moose. Oh, I saw. There we go. Okay, the thing didn't come up for a minute. What time to blacktail drink? I think 1,600 to 2,000 hours. Huge male. Thank God that we got that call. We could have spooked him otherwise. Would have been a huge shame. Would have lost out on the biggest male. How did that not? He's so big that he doesn't even have a heart. What is the best gun for hunting high-level animals? Probably this one we got right. Wait, by high level do you mean like high weapon class? Stop. Hey, there's another bull there. Man's hesitated for a second and still ran us over. 6.5 Creedmoor in real life. So when I was making my final decision as to what gun I was going to buy, it was between the odd 8 and the 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm a big fan of both. Could have missed out on the biggest male, proceeds to oof the shots. We got him. Not as intended. Under the heart. Somehow, I guess he was in the brush. I didn't think we aimed that low. Lumbar vertebrae and stomach intestines. Just like we drew it up. Okay, let's steal this tent and take it to that spot. Maybe they'll be there by now. How's finding odd 8 ammo out your way? I had a problem with it last year, so I bought the gun in February of 2020. So I've actually only used it I've used it in 3 deer seasons now. But in 2020, all I did was like basically studded in and stuff because, oh jeez, got the wrong kind of tent. I filled all my doe tags that year in archery season, and then I never got a chance at a buck. So I really only got to fire it in 21 when I shot my big one. And then I killed 4 with it this last year. But anyway, I was going to buy more ammo last year because I was down to about 3/4 of a box. Couldn't find any. So I went on with that 3/4 of a box, and then literally I just took my bow to the shop to get all set up Saturday morning, I think. And they had some there. They weren't exactly what I shot in the past, but they're pretty close. And I had Remington 140 grain boat tails. These are 140 grain core locked, which honestly core locked is a little bit better anyway. So I'll probably have to set it in a little bit more, but at least they had it again. Like I really wasn't going to try to go without having any ammo, because I think I've got like 5 rounds of that other stuff. Who's a witch? I missed something there. Best way to make money other than missions? Probably red deer and fallow deer to shoot as many as you can on Te Awaroa. Another thing you can do is run the beach on Emerald Coast and just shoot every croc you see. Favorite map? This one right here, Lake Lakes. How long has the stream been going, and have you gotten anything good yet? We killed a little tiny piebald. Like, I don't know, 3rd spot we checked today. Been going for almost an hour and a half. What's your favorite weapon DLC? I think the Modern Rifle Pack, or Modern Weapon Pack, I always forget what they call it. But at this point, I'd say it's probably just, not only is it my favorite, it's the best, really bar none. Because what you get in it is a 22, which from Weapon Pack 1, it was always really key to have that 22. If for no other reason, the 22 strat, which if you haven't heard of that, we can explain that in a moment. The 223 in that pack is meh, like it's fine, but it doesn't give you much of an advantage over the 243 you start with. The 308 though, it's the best medium-sized game grinding weapon. So whitetail, fallow deer, if you're grinding for those, really good option. I used it for red deer some, but most people grind red deer with the 300 because they are a little bit tougher. Go to the 212.85 white-brown diamond with the 223 AR. See that? I know things sometimes. 39 subs from 369k. What's the next weapon caliber that we'll hit? Because I like doing those like weapon caliber hunts for the sub count. I missed something too. The 340, I believe. Then we did the 350 and Way the Hunter. .380 would be a thing, but none of these games have a 380. How many kills in for Moose? Closing in on 4k. What's up, Graves? What map should I try to get my Great One Whitetail on? I think Revan 2 is your best option, but a lot of people do them on Layton too. Oh, nice, Owen. I've been really considering starting to hit Emerald Coast hard for Bantang. I keep seeing albinos get posted, and they are so cool. We need a multi-mount for Bantang. Like, boy, you can do a lot of stuff. Bantang and Croc could be an option. Maybe multiple Bantang even. Could do similar to the, is it David vs. Goliath one? With Bison and Canada Goose, do Bantang and Magpie. Little far, but 454 is next, but I don't know about Way of the Hunter guns. Classic is a 405, actually. That would be a thing. You were one of the first people to get a Great One in Call of the Wild? I think I was 3rd. A guy got one. I wish I knew who it was. I actually don't remember the names of either of the first two. A guy got one on stream. It was actually at this lake down here, funny enough, as we're heading that way. My recollection was he really wasn't even hunting for a Great One, and I think he was in multiplayer. Like, I want to say he was hosting for the stream. I could be wrong about that, but I'm almost certain I remember seeing, like, chat come up. So, he was just killing whitetail after whitetail. They would just, I think, from what he described, it was as if they were respawning up in the mountains and running down here. And he kept killing them, and then a Great One showed up. And I believe he shot it on the run, like an absolute maniac, and got it. Then somebody else killed one up in Chilo with a bow, and I think I was 3rd. I don't remember any before that. They were so broken then. Like, you had to have kind of an experience like he had where it came down out of the mountains and immediately he shot it. If you left render of it, they bugged. I came so close to leaving render of mine multiple times. Like, I had no idea how close I got to ruining that. Would you rather have the next great one be a wild boar or red fox? Between the two, probably boar. I do think boar could have some pretty unique combos. And big teeth. Good gun to kill lions? I mean, 300 if you have it, 338 will work. 7 mil will get the job done, it'll be a little bit slower. Nobody home here? That's so weird, it was a good spot for so long. We had 6 bulls here at one time. They fixed that Mr. Black mission, but that was a thing, yeah. What's up, Tim? What animal should I hunt today? I was gonna say rooster deer, but they're just heartbreakers. What about... Well, sandbar deer, they're a good one. They drink partially in the daylight. After that, he was never third again. Jeez, the subtle... subtle shade. I thought I saw... No, that was... No, there is one. Excuse me, sir. If you'd like to stand still, I'd like to shoot you, and I don't mean for a photo. Listen, guy, what are you doing? Get it together, man. Get back here. Why? Why'd you do that? That was not kind of you. There's another one. Well, I guess we'll come back for the other one another time, because that's gonna spook him. Why does the moose sound like me when I wake up for work? I don't want to go. Mondays suck. Oh, another one. First shot felt okay. Maybe a touch, like, low and forward. I don't know what it is about this area, but they do some pretty crazy dances. Roosevelt elk drink time, I think it's 4 to 8 a.m., somewhere in that range. The worst part is now he's definitely gonna die. I don't even know if we're gonna track that. Might just leave that one go. Deathly the gun? You're right. Just got here, what have I missed? So far we've had 1 small pie, we've done 3 runs, or almost 3 runs. Biggest one other than that's like a 2... Oh, my insurance people are finally... Alright, I gotta mute my mic, maybe Kyla can come save me if she hears this. Because I have to take this call.
Hello. I don't have the headset on, so this is awkward. Hi everyone, if you can hear me. I don't know if you can. I don't know if I pressed the right button. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's just a walking stream. Scenic. Hi, Taylor Swift. No. I was laying in bed almost asleep, so this is awkward. We can hear you. Woo woo. I don't like shooting moose, so I don't want anyone to expect me to do that today. What it looks like. Dot dot dot. Oopsies. Hi, hi, hi. I'm not gonna start singing, you weirdo. I feel so weird without the headset on. I feel like I'm just walking blind and it's kind of annoying. So when are you streaming next? This doesn't count. This is definitely, this counts as a stream for me. You know, I'm just kidding. I do need to stream on Twitch, so I owe my followers a 6-hour stream. What is life? I don't even know what to do with myself for that long. Makes me want to fall asleep too, slowly walking through Layton. Calm music playing. See, I should just walk and not say anything. Imagine the Great One shows up while you are playing. Oh, yes. The good luck. Be like, nothing happened. And just let him find it later on. Hi, Hatcha. Hi, Baseball God. I don't know what his setup is like. Whoa! The headset went down. I saw it on the screen. It scared me. Sorry. Anyways, what are we doing? I probably scared everything off, to be honest. I do like Melanie, by the way. Hi. Y'all are making me nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm literally doing nothing but just looking at chat. Hi, FPS. My friend went to a show in Seattle. And there before. Oh my gosh, I bet. It's crazy how much, like, people are either crying their makeup off or whatnot. Gotcha. Moose won't bite me, you sure? Oh gosh. Hello? That was a dickin'. Sir, can I... Oh, there's 2 decent ones. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna reload. I don't even know what gun this is. Lord help. Alright, what we got here? Excuse me, sir, behind. Let me spot you. It's like the Crocs all over again where I can't spot them. Alright, we're gonna try to go for this. What am I 0 that? Oh no, that was so bad. Wait! That was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, perfect. Thank you for just being there. Anyways, still... Flinter's not here right now, by the way. A baseball. 241. Beautiful. I had to take over for like, I don't know how long. Insurance probs, tree probs. I haven't gotten anything, but Flinter got a small piebald and his map sucks. And we all need to tell him, okay? I don't know what his settings are, but I cannot run. Hello? Panic. Better shooting? No. That was not better shooting. Just blasting it in the head. I don't even think I killed it. Nope. Not gonna waste my time. How can we best prank Flinter? I don't know. No, not insurance fraud. They finally got back to us. A tree fell on the truck, what was it, Thursday night, and then they finally got back to us today and literally told us, like, they said, okay, you know, we might come out, whatever. And so we left the tree intact on the, you know, the truck, and then the guy Saturday was like, okay, take more pictures. And we're like, do we need to take this dead tree off the truck? And then they didn't respond to that, and then today, I guess they finally did. And they were like, yes, you need to take it off. I'm like, bro. Duh. I'm stupid. Insurance people suck. They just try to steal your money. But we can rant about that another time. You what? Right, they're mad. I don't hate Layton. I'm just very indifferent when it comes to Layton. Commands. It's probably almost past time. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, hold on. Just, you know, gonna... Excessive clicking, if you can hear that. Holy. Same as dealerships for repairs. Yeah, oh my. They just don't have any kind of urgency, and I'm like, we should have went about, you know. Flinter is on the phone with the insurance company, so I am taking over. Almost thought Taylor Swift done took over the stream. No, no, no. This is so lackluster. Are you F? Does that mean, like, am I a female? What does that mean? Are you F? There you go, there's my singing. When will he be back? Hopefully soon. I can't guarantee how long it takes to talk to people for insurance. But yeah. What happened to his voice? You know, he just choked on some coffee and now he sounds like this, I guess. That's why I'm glad my car was only $1,400. If it gets dragged, yeah, it does suck. I mean, this truck was only like, we've only had it for 8 months, so it's a little annoying. Asking women her gender is worse than asking what she weighs. Are you Kyla? Yes, I am. Wait, what happened? I just joined. So Flinter's on the phone with the insurance company. A tree fell on the truck and it's practically totaled. So over the weekend, no one really got to us. And now that they finally have, he's on the phone with them. So that's why I took over. How did I meet Flinter? I was actually his mod way back when in 2019. But like physically me, it was actually at a airport. You know, stranger danger, but all is well, right? I thought something was trying to spot. Oh, it is. Okay, let me get it. I don't think you're supposed to talk. Oh gosh, it's fine. It's fine. Some people joining are probably like, this isn't what I clicked for. This email. My voice is calming. I swear his mic has a better setup than mine, and I'm jealous. I don't know what I sound like, but I don't know. It sounds better than my mic when I used to stream. I'm jelly. And we have the same mic. It's stupid. It's a female. Lame. You sound like Kyla. Wow. What's your relation to Flinter? My relation is that he is my fiance. So, fun facts. There's no gun there. That was awkward. This setup is so whack. Alright, we're gonna pick up this whitetail and watch. He's gonna get a great one next time he's over here. For all these questions. There's like 20 questions. It's fine. I realized we knew each other from high school. That's pretty cool, David. The 12s are real. They're just nosy. It's fine. They don't know what's happening. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We won't talk about how I'm using the wrong weapon. Please. I remember when people thought you were Philanter's. Yeah, like, people thought I was a sister, and I was like, dang, I'm a real supportive sister if I'm out here just modding and talking in the background all the time. It's a little weird. We're not from Alabama, okay? Sorry if anyone's from Alabama, by the way. Flinter's mic is the Blue Yeti. No, he's not here. Alright, well, one of those has to come back as a whitetail. Great one, right? Could you imagine? That'd be hilarious. I'm just getting sidetracked. Who needs moose when you can just shoot whitetail instead? Is that Flinter's wife? Might as well be, Riker. Might as well. Next December. But it's fine. What voice filter is this? Oh no. Not a voice filter. I do have a YouTube channel. I won't post it in here because I don't want to feel weird. But it's definitely not as good as his, so don't waste your time. What's your favorite map? Mine has to be I still love Quattro a lot, honestly, but I think Australia's, I'm warming up to Australia, as weird as that sounds. I think I just only hunt crocs and I don't give the other species the attention they deserve, so maybe I'll try to get back into that. But right now, it's still Quattro though. What did I miss? I feel like I missed something. How many great ones do I have? I actually just got another fallow great one last night, so that means I have... I gotta count. I think 8? Maybe 7? I don't know. I totally forgot. Do you play Way of the Hunter? I do. I don't play it as much as I should though. So, you know. It's fine. Boar or roe? I would totally want a roe deer as the next great one. Keep playing. No, don't worry about all that. Do not worry about all that. And I'm sorry I'm not really hunting moose, guys. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, I hear some. Hello?
Have you worked your great one magic yet?
No, but I shot 2 whitetails, so you might have a great one after that.
They're gonna say great moose.
No. Okay, bye guys. Everyone thinks you had a voice filter on.
Why?
Because I'm a
Oh. Hello? Do I sound like Kyla? Where are we? It's like they heard me talking about, like, they're being slow. He's like, I can set up your rental and everything. I'm like, yeah, do that. I'll just sit here and play my games. Alright, tell me what really happened. Did Kyla shoot like 12 great ones? So Kyla gave us your social credit card and mother's maiden name? Good. Now that you guys know everything about me, it is hot in this room. I shouldn't have left. Can you sing Taylor Swift because Kyla wouldn't? Something karma, something anti-hero. Did I do it? She killed the great one? I knew it. She probably shot it with a 22, huh? This is gonna be a problem because I don't know what happened this entire run now. We killed some ones down here. Let's go here. If a tree falls on a ford, does it make any noise? What an odd question from the insurance guy. He said that I can take the tree off of there. They're not gonna, like, have to worry about, you know, they're not gonna come investigate and be like, chainsaw marks in this tree. You cut this down. Because obviously I gotta use a chainsaw to cut it into pieces to get it off of there. Kill counts? I don't know the exact number, but we're close to 4,000. I don't know how many Kyla killed when I was talking to Mr. Insurance Man. We hit the cow there? I think. Hell, he might die. She shot 2 whitetail with a 300. It is the only gun I had equipped. Did shoot a decent 4 moose? At least somebody's getting big ones. Get that tree off the fire and cook some thick steaks on it. That's a good idea, actually. Should make it... Ooh, maybe I should do that. I was gonna make a short showing, like, the damage and stuff. It would be kind of fun to do that, and then just a quick short of, like, a campfire cooking something over the tree that killed my truck. He was talking like they're gonna repair it, but it depends. He said that there's still a chance they totally... It'd be cool if they repaired it. I like that truck a lot. I just saw that on Facebook like 2 days ago, David. Maybe yesterday. Grinding for the Great One Moose, back at it. Slowly grinding. Wait, a tree killed your truck? Well, I guess potentially didn't kill it if they're going to repair it. But yeah, Thursday night we had a really bad thunderstorm. I'll tell you exactly what happened. It was like, I'm going to say 11 o'clock. And I think we were already in bed, just like, oh, you know what it was? I grinded Black Bear that night. So I was playing Call of the Wild till almost 11. I went to shower before bed, and we have like a sunroof, that's not the right word, moon, I don't know, a window in the roof of our bathroom. So instead of like turning on the light all the time, if it's during the day, there's light emitted into the roof. So I just start seeing tons of lightning there. I'm like, okay, that's probably bad. I, finish my shower, go downstairs. Kyla's outside storm watching. It's getting pretty bad, so we come back inside, and we hear this, like, obvious tree fall sound. And it was over towards the direction of where I parked my truck. And I thought, if there's big limbs falling off those pine trees, I'm going to go move my truck out of the way. And I go over there, and it looked like a big limb had fallen on the cab of my truck. And I could see that it shattered the windshield. At this point, I'm not moving it, right? I got to call the insurance company. So I leave it. I go back the next morning and find out that it was a huge tree, and the tree top is laying on the top of my truck. It's rather unfortunate. Chances are it's totaled if it crushes the cab at all. I mean, so you're probably right, because of all the electronics and stuff. The only reason I think it could end up not being is because it's still going to be valued pretty high. It's got 35,000 miles on it. Like, it's a fairly new truck. It's a 2016, but, you know, it's going to be valued pretty high to where typically insurance companies will do 80% of the value of the vehicle before they total it. I think it's going to be close to that percentage. What truck do you drive? Well, I had a 2016 F-150. We'll see what the case is after this. I might still have a 2016 F-150. I might have something else. It'll be probably F-150 again. I don't intend to go elsewhere, but they tell you that it's written off and it's worth $12. Wouldn't shock me. No airbags went off. Somehow. It landed like across the top corner of the cab, so it absorbed the weight pretty well. It crushed in that corner and completely demolished the windshield, but it somehow didn't set off the airbags. It's an okay 3, I guess. The F-1250, as I call it, or 1250. I like 1250 better. Sounds like a much thicker truck, too. Get a Chevy? I don't like to push vehicles. The main reason that I generally stick with Ford is, like, I'm completely useless when it comes to any kind of minor repairs. Like, flat tire, yeah, I can do that. Changing brake shoes, with probably a little assistance, I can probably do that. Changing oil, I can do that. Much of anything else, I'm completely useless. So, my dad and, like, my family have been driving Fords for forever. He knows what he's doing. And he generally is going to know how Fords work better than another vehicle. And it'll be a little cheaper for me to do repairs that way. So, I try to stick with what he's going to at least have an idea of what he's doing. Is Way the Hunter crossplay? No. Kyla has like 7 or 8 great ones? Kyla has more great ones than me. She'll be able to answer that. I missed the Ford back seat since getting my GMC? Wait, what's different about him? This is such a challenge trying to figure out where to go. Sounding pressure there. Did Kyla really shoot things there and not use my tripod? I think that's what happened. It's 15:25. Let's do the coast, I guess. We'll do an entire run after this, yes, since I had to leave for a little bit. What camo outfit should I buy as a The Hunter Classic beginner? Okay, so I've got a video where I'm going to talk about camo really as like the main topic for the first 3 or 4 minutes, coming out tomorrow or the next day. So I'll probably leave it at that because there's a lot of explanation that goes into it. Parents used to have an 08 Ranger and it was the biggest hunk of junk I've ever been in. The base model Rangers are kind of mad, but like if you get the whatever the heck, is it Lariat for the Rangers too? I know it is for the F-150s. Like the more expensive Rangers, they're pretty nice. My GMC backseat is half the depth of my old Ford. B seat barely fits. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, I mean that was one of the reasons I went with a full-size truck and not a Ranger. Was like, you know, assuming a tree doesn't fall on it, it should be something that we'd have for like 10 years and fit car seats and stuff in there. Never mind. Going to West Virginia Thursday to fish? Nice. Long time since I watched you, but I just recently switched to PC, and it's so different than Xbox. It really is a different experience playing keyboard, mouse versus controller. Do you like it so far? A lot of meats down here compared to normal, but they're all cows. If you get the full crew cab, the GM trucks have plenty of room. I doesn't know what Bottom Boys is. So what would it cost for you to get a truck branded entirely with channel memes called the Flame Truck? What would it cost for somebody to, like, pay me to do it? Or what would it cost for me to get that? Two different things, I think. The bed being less than 6 foot? What? So, like, my ideal situation, which probably isn't going to happen, but if they total this one, I want the full 4 doors with the 6.5 foot bed. There's one that I was looking at that's an R title. That's like within the affordable range. It's actually a 2018 with pretty low mileage. But it has the full 4 doors. For hunting purposes and stuff, like, you know, I gotta throw my filming gear in there. Bow cases. Relatively often, especially this fall, I'm driving to other states to hunt, so I gotta throw like my tubs of clothing in there. Potentially tree stands, saddles, whatever, all sort of equipment. Like, it's just nice to have the full door, not the half door. I haven't recorded my newest fallow FPS. Wait, have you? Oh, that's right. I was in bed by then. Anything other than a diesel as a Prius? To each their own. Ever came to Illinois to hunt? I have not, but I'd like to. What's up, Zaggy? Think of the 55 months and many of the 12s. That is quite the 12s. 5 months away from 5 12s, actually. Do you have any pheasant tips? I'd hunt them on a rancho. Early in the morning seems to work pretty well. The thing about rancho is the map was like pre-programmed in, I believe. This is my perception of what's happening when you hunt them there. With brush they hide under. So like instead of when you spook a pheasant, they automatically flush. They'll run and hide under that brush. And if you see them or track them to it, typically you get them to flush at 5 meters and have way longer to get a shot with a shotgun. Get this guy out of here. He's been invited to Illinois like 25 times. I've been invited many places, but it is tough to, for one, make such things work, but also follow up on stream chat things when there's thousands of... I'd like to know how many, like, messages I read in a stream. That'd be fun to count. I'm convinced diamond crocs don't exist. They do on some maps. What's the most fun grind you've done? Because it definitely isn't moose. It is definitely not moose. The actual grinding itself, fallow was the most enjoyable, but like it went to 6,000 kills. Like the grind as a whole was probably less fun. Maybe whitetail, because every little detail about the whitetail grind stuff was so unknown back then. It felt like, you know, a new discovery. Like, if you rest, you don't have to rest 6 days. Legit, back then. What are you chewing on? No. Don't eat my mixer cord. Back then, it was thought that you had to rest 6 days to get respawns. What is a big tall sheep in Classic? I'm a noob. 200 plus, basically. They get to close to 210. What is the easiest great one to get? I think fallow deer. Flan truck 2024. So here's the thing. I wouldn't want to drive a truck that is very clearly my truck. Like, I think I had my blue F-150 in a hunting video before. I've probably posted pictures of my red one somewhere. The only thing is, if everybody knows exactly what my truck looks like, and then somebody sees my truck and wants to follow me home, that could be kind of bad. Why is Kyla chewing a cord? I haven't fed her yet. Big for Bobcat, 9 plussing in Classic. You'll find a lot of 8.8s and 8.6s and be like, so close to 9. But basically every male Bobcat's between 8.4 and 9.4. There's not a lot of variance. How many diamonds have you shot in your career? The number that the codex says is incorrect. It would be 1,120. It's off by exactly 300. I don't like this anymore. It used to say 20 when we had 2 great ones. It was a nice even number. This 21 is a little annoying. Finally, oh god, finally some bulls and they're pathetic. Full flight game farm? What's that now? Or steal your hunting spots? Could be that too. I'll follow you home. I'm not afraid of you. You'll just like show up at the doorstep and I'll be like, what are you doing here? And you'll say, sorry, eh? Is your truck lifted? No. You want your truck to look like all the rest so no one knows what's under the hood? I mean, in general, like, I know you're taking it at a slightly different direction than I was going with it, but you don't generally want your truck to stand out, at least as far as, like, you know, one that's worth the most money, because someone who's really motivated to take it from you knows which one to go and take. 16 tenths. You need an F-tree fitty? I mean, I wouldn't say no to it necessarily. I don't need that much... I'm trying to get that brain shot when he lifts his head. I don't need that much power for much of what I do ever with the truck. Some people do. I follow anyone home who has the meat hunter sticker on their back, or on the back. Speaking of that, I don't think you weren't at the Friday stream, right, Bottom Boy? Or Sunday stream it was. I wanted to tell this story again because I thought it was funny. So I was at the bow shop Saturday, getting my bow, you know, all set up. Peep sight, kisser button, D-loop, the whole thing. And they were having a little bit of struggles getting the peep sight in the exact right spot. So I was kind of sitting there waiting on them to do that, and I'm looking around, and I see these arrows on like the back workbench. I'm like, huh. Those are those same like green and red fletching patterns TK uses on the meat seeker arrows. That's kind of interesting. I guess a lot of people use that color. And I look a little closer and I see the wrap, and I'm like, those are lung busters. Man, TK is killing it out here. He's got arrows like even in this little small middle of nowhere town. And then all of a sudden it hit me. Remember my brother's bow blew up like a month and a half, 2 months ago when he dry fired it by accident? I guess when he took it to the shop to get it looked at, they took the quiver off and he just left it there and had no idea. Like, I literally texted him, I said, hey, is your bow down here? Or is your quiver down here? Oh, that's where that is. I've been wondering. Like, he didn't even know where his quiver was for 2 months. Didn't bug him enough to go and look for it. He's the guy that comes walking down the stairs at 20 minutes till it gets light out and asks where his broadheads are and then kills a deer 20 minutes later. Small world. Literally is what I thought. I'm like, man, that's insane. Look at TK go. None of my family hunts. I love the outdoors. How do I get the opportunity to hunt? Not to be creepy, but like, when I ask where do you live, I just want like a country. You don't need to get too specific. But my answer will probably be pretty dependent on where you're at. Did we hit that second one? We did. It felt like the other one dove in front of him. Watching from Australia at 6:50 a.m. by the way. Love the vids. You got me into this game. Well, thank you, man. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate you joining the stream at such an insane time as well. There were 3 there. That is not something we typically see. That's a plus. Try to find someone who hunts near you. That's generally the advice I'm going to give, but I may be able to be more specific depending. That dude is just going. Oh, he slowed down right when we got that shot in there, too. Clipped him again. We're gonna take a 4-wheeler. What was the luckiest diamond you shot? I've shot a lot of lucky diamonds. I mean, I've shot a couple that I like didn't even know were diamonds. Like the diamond croc we got recently. Like as I pulled the trigger, I realized. luckiest deaths, the albino whitetail. That's true, actually. Because I had no business pulling the trigger again. What happened was, he was kind of like up against the hill. And I think like the adrenaline of the moment caught up with me. And I had a little bit of room to get below the spine into the lungs. And I shot, and I actually hit the hill. And instead of being like, oh, didn't get him, gotta track him, I shot again. But luckily we got him. You and I just reloaded the 300 and claimed at the same time. Nice. What's up, John? How's it going, man? Been a while since I caught a stream live. Did I miss much? And what's your thoughts on the new crossbows and speed loaders for the revolvers? Oh, not the. I was gonna say, did I miss something? I think the only thing you've missed is a pretty small piebald moose. Thoughts on that? I like the speed loader idea a lot. Crossbows I don't think would get used. It's kind of a shame, but sort of just the way Call of the Wild kind of is. Most, like, I'm gonna say 80% of the guns that are used are the high capacity, you know, most powerful weapons in the game. Can't even find blood. You know what? Who needs to track that one? Let's do one more run since I had to leave for a little bit earlier, and then we'll wrap this one up. Will you ever bring back Throwback Thursday? Never say never, but in that specific format, probably not. What I've been considering doing, and actually I should look at getting a game for this pretty soon, if I'm going to do it, is basically getting a throwback game of some kind, playing through it entirely, and then making a video out of it, maybe that's 40 minutes long or something like that, like a longer video, but just one episode for the entire gameplay. And I would, if I did that, I'd release those on Fridays, so it would be like Flashback Friday instead, but I think it could be fun. It is a matter of finding the time to make that happen. Takeover had me nervous? What, when you had to take over the stream for a little bit? Of all times to call me while the stream's going on. Happens more often, like anytime that an event is going on. Whether it's, you know, insurance or when I was trying to get this house. I felt like my real estate agent called me 3 times during streams. Just the way that it would go. When's the setup tour? I should do one. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, I didn't place a tent up there. Or a tripod. What was I doing with my life? I meant to. Or is that when the guy called? It may have been. Been too long since I've streamed? Well, it was a reminder. Time to get back to it. That water, though, it's bad. So bad. Would you recommend starting content creation for Call of the Wild? If you're interested in it. Anybody that's interested in making videos or streaming Call of the Wild, I always recommend it. It's a ton of fun. It's a ton of work, too, to, like, you know, really maintain it over, you know, a period of a lot of years. But it is as rewarding as just about anything out there. Stream tonight, it is absurdly hot in here, so tonight might not be the day. 2,176 kills in the fallow grind, 10 diamonds, 1 diamond melanistic, and plenty of pieballs. I mean, that diamond mela is considerably more rare than any great one, so that's pretty cool. It's a good size one. I don't know where they're going. And they might be headed to that zone. Got one chilling over there. I'm like 450 kills into my Group 1 fallow grind, 4 diamonds, 4 trolls, 3 rares. Dude, that's not bad numbers for the amount of kills you have. We had a huge buck on our trail cam last year named Ghost. I feel like it's hard to come up with good names for deer, but Ghost is a good one. I always end up naming them something like specific to the number of tines they have or a particular, you know, oddity in the rack. And then at some stage, either they grow bigger and that oddity goes away, or, you know, the next year they have a different number of points. So where did all those moose go? Because I thought they were going to go over here. Oh, no, they are. I am a little bit confused, but I think we're just going to try to kill them while we can see where they are. Did we get all three? That one's dying. I think we did. And then that cow's over there like, I don't know. 10 great ones for 500k subs as to what happens first? I'm not one to predict, like, success to any degree. But I don't anticipate having 10 great ones unless 10 great one species are released. I don't have much desire to grind for more than one of any of them. I know, Shadow. It's 5 o'clock, Dad. Come on. Still remember when we tried to make double edge work for the Bladed 9? I tried so hard. And then legit... How do we not... No, we did hit him. He shows up when Kyle and I were hunting there in rifle season. And immediately I called him the Bladed 9 again anyway. Been 30 minutes behind the live time wondering why... Oh, jeez. That makes it a little tougher to watch. What is grinding and why does it result in more diamonds? It's effectively shooting a bunch of the same species over and over again. Just by killing a lot of animals, naturally you're going to get more diamonds, but there's also things like herd management and things like that where you're shooting particular animals that tends to spawn more diamonds. Favorite song? This is my problem. I don't listen to a ton of music. I mean, I've listened to that. It's not even Luke Combs' song. It's, I forget her name. It's a Luke Combs cover of the song Fast Car. I think that's a pretty good one. Does camo matter in Call of the Wild? Not in the slightest. Pet your dog? She wants to jump up here on my desk. I'll let her. Come here. Come on. Oh, she doesn't want to jump on the desk. She wants to lick my face. Tracy Chapman, you got it. I knew it was a T first name. Do you like taking credit for the early stages of herd management? I don't think I do. If I sound like I'm taking credit for it when I talk about that, I'm not intending to. One of my moderators was the one that found it out. I tried it on stream and stuff, but I contributed nothing to the overall discovery of it or how it worked. Or any success of it. I never killed a diamond with it. What do you want out of the next map they make? If it's not another Africa map, I still think Greenland would be awesome. Proud of you that David Morris just dropped this month. This is such a good song. Been on repeat for me a lot lately. I haven't heard that one. I will... Well, next time I have a working vehicle, I will listen for that. See, here's the problem too. Pro Football Talk just came back. Like, they had a 5-week hiatus, as they call it, where, you know, there's not too much going on in football land this time of year, so they don't do a show. They're just getting back into it now. The training camp and stuff's going on, so I'm probably going to be listening to clips of their show when I'm driving again. But lately there, for a month, I was generally listening to the radio instead of stuff like that. Fingers crossed Tick Moon releases this Friday. That'd be nice. I'd get behind that. It's a big one. Whatever it is. Do you like not having a running vehicle? Yeah. I love being stuck here. It's my favorite thing. Oh, he is not nearly as big as I thought. Tall palms, and that's it. Oh, I whiffed. He went alarmed there. What are you doing? Still there. Whenever he figures his life out, we'll get him. Nazi Germany. Oh boy. Will he run this way? He will. I was kind of sick and tired of waiting for him. I'm not sure we get along, maybe. So that read not how I intended it? I meant, do you not have... Oh! I see. No, so, I had that 06 F-150, and it was here for... 6 months after I got the new one. And my dad's been wanting a truck for, you know, running around the farm and stuff. And frankly, the 06 wouldn't have passed inspection. But if you get farm tags on a vehicle, you don't have to pass inspection. So, back in, like, April, I just gave it to my dad. And that one's there. But, like, I think inspection ran out in May. So I couldn't even legally run it anyway if I wanted to take it back. Florida, Georgia road trip back? There you go. Like to see a rainforest map? I mean, Emerald Coast is sort of a Australian rainforest. Shouldn't that one have been dead around here? There he is. Favorite singer of any genre? I think my favorite singer is Luke Combs. That I can answer pretty easily. When I try to think of a favorite song, I just draw blanks on the names of everything. When do lions drink? I mean, if you offer them a drink, they'll usually take it. They're 12 to 1500. Got a level 9 kangaroo with a max estimate of 494. I mean, there's a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance. How dare you not say Garth Brooks? I saw something on him that I was going to send you the other day, and I forgot. Because I knew you were on vacation. I was like, I won't bother him. I forget what it was now. If I find it, I'll send it to you. What do I offer a lion? What would a lion drink? Probably like an IPA. Garth memes are not a bother. It wasn't a meme though. It was like a... Oh! It was something about a documentary that he did. I think it was a YMH clip. I'll look through my YouTube history and see if I can find it. But it was a relatively lengthy YouTube video. Think it'd be cool if they added snakes to the game? Could make it interesting, I guess. You made me want to play Red Dead just there. I just thought of, like, snakes spooking your horse. Garth, where are the bodies? Where are they at, G? From YMH, it's the best. I love that whole thing they have going on. Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen? Morgan Wallen's got a lot of good stuff. Play Red Dead? Weren't we gonna do a collab in Red Dead of some kind? Do you like rock music? Weirdly enough, I have no interest in listening to rock music, just like, oh, hello. Might track that later. Anyway, I'm not interested in listening to it, like, in the slightest, when I'm just, you know, if I'm turning on the radio, I'm probably gonna listen to country or whatever, but I really like rock music for my montages, so go figure. I keep asking you to do one? Does that mean it's my fault? I'm not cultured. Just because I haven't been to every Taylor Swift tour ever doesn't mean I'm not cultured, okay? Perfect. I hate Up. What did Disney ever do to you? What's going on, man? Intro to the Great One Moose being the Bells intro from Hell's Bells? Wait, you're saying if I get one to do that? Don't want to collab with a scrub like you? Only on streams. So that way people can say in the chat that they're falling in love with you or whatever that was. What stream was that? One of the fallow ones. That was quite the thing. What's up, Survivor? End of this run. I literally, like, 20 minutes till the stream would have been over. The insurance people finally called me about my truck, so I had to take that call and Kyla took over, and I figured we'd just extend the stream a little bit. If you ever get one. John Morgan. He opened for Jason Aldean. I don't think I have. I'm really not, like, super in tune with anything that's going on. Like, you know, new artists, new songs. I hear them 8 weeks later and be like, oh, wow, this new song. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? Go for another hour. If it wasn't 1,000 degrees in this room, I would consider it. I can still get you a ticket for that Switzerland show? No, save your money. I will be there with a headache, checking the time to see when it's going to end. Are you going to shoot the Great One Moose with a bow? That's the hope, anyway. Am I the only one that thinks Great Ones took over the game? No, I think that as well. It kind of sucks, in a sense, but it's cool in another sense. Like, I believe Great Ones have made Call of the Wild more popular than it ever was. I also think it's unfortunate that some of the coolest diamonds out there, maybe, what would be a good example of an underrated one? Let me look at the maps real quick, because I want to pick one that would actually make the point. Actually, you know what would be a good one? Diamond Plains Bison, now that they have True Racks. They look amazing. It's just really not the top of anybody's list right now of things that they're interested in, because, you know, Great One Fallow are still pretty new. Even Great One Moose, a lot of people don't have him yet. At me. Great Ones just kind of get all the focus, even though there's some really cool stuff in the game that gets close to ignored. Hey, there's a tripod there. Just so you know. I don't know. Never mind. Just gonna say I don't know if we got those. What are you licking? You're a problem, dude. I got a reloading set from my grandfather a few years back, but just decided to dust it off recently. 50 rounds of 25-06 loaded up and ready to test out. Nice, dude. I don't know how things such as that will end up, you know, being distributed in, say, 20 years or whatever. My dad has a reloading desk that is quite nice, and I really want to get one. But, you know, I don't know if by then, if I don't have one, if my brother's more likely to get it, or if I'm more likely to get it. I think my brother and his fiance, who they're getting married in like 3 weeks, eventually their plan is to build, like, I guess they're going to either buy or get land. Currently that would be like on my dad's property and live there. So being the closer ones, they probably will get things like that. Just go to Diamond Cutie to go with the albino female. Nice, man. What are you chewing? I said licking, didn't I? I might have said chewing. Still got up high their plates? Oh, yeah. I like the Great Ones, but they're kind of too mythical creatures for me. I really love the concept. Like, I think it's a great concept. A great concept. I think the execution might be lacking. And really by that I mean they should probably be random in a different sense. I know there's debate out there as to whether or not herd management actually affects the rate of Great One spawns, but fallow deer and moose have pretty much convinced me that it does affect it. And I'm not saying anything either way on that. My only point is I wish that it were just completely random, because you do get these grinds where, you know, once someone manages to get a Great One, a lot of times number 2, 3, 4 are just around the corner. Who was I talking to? G-Man the other night. And I had this idea that could maybe work. I don't even know that I'm the first one to come up with it. I seem to remember someone talking about this. If your map got wiped for the species that you killed a Great One of every time you killed a Great One, I think that would be better. Like, I don't like that sometimes Great Ones show up after 40 kills. I think a large part of that is because you've got your map so well managed, Great One, or herd management wise. That might be a solution to it. Favorite animal in real life? Whitetail. That much will never change. Axis Great One? See, I'm not sure if you could make an Axis deer much bigger than they already are, but you could probably make them look really cool. Got to 167 kills in my Great One fallow, and so far I got a Mela and 2 pieballs. Honestly, I went 100 kills with no Mela, so that's pretty cool. Getting one that early is definitely quite rare to have happen. What map do you think I should get? What maps do you have? You could maybe do a duck hunting vid on Classic one day. I've watched a lot of your old ones and they're great. They're tough to come up with like a really interesting way to do it. Like I've done some different things in the past, like today we're gonna duck hunt and use all the different shotguns, or today we're gonna duck hunt and I don't know, only use like the 22 air rifle and shoot them off the water. Like we've done different stuff. Trying to make it unique can be a challenge. I don't have any map. If you had to pick one, I mean, Reventuli Coast is a really good one. Emerald Coast, the newest one, is a really good one. And Virunga. Those would be my top 3. Okay, that one's just chilling. Remember that bull that got away last time? That might be him. Or is that the cow still? I thought the cow was almost that tan color. No, I see antler. I don't know if that worked or not, but we're gonna hope for the best. Mule Deer should get it next so people can play Parquet and SRP. I still feel that Parquet is one of the most underrated maps in the game. I love Parquet. Kangaroo didn't make it. Shocker, but it was closer than I thought. 488. That seems like it's such an uncommon thing. It's either like they're 460 and nowhere near, or diamond. Getting one of the 480s or close to diamond feels like it almost never happens. That's big unfortunate. Could be, but I have a friend who was grinding a Great One and killed a Great One whitetail and albino diamond in the same zone. In theory, the population reset wouldn't happen until after you close the game or something like that. There's probably a solution to it. However, if that were the case, then people would just never close the game, right? So I don't know, maybe that's not the perfect solution I thought it was. Did we go here? There's pressure there. I guess we did? I don't remember going there. Custom multi-mounts would be sick. I would love to be able to do like my own, like just take the multi-mounts we have and all the different poses and then just give us the ability to place multiple things on a platform. If you made it like a grid, so there's only so many different positions you could place things in, I feel like it would be doable. Are you going to shoot a diamond banting with a bow like bison and buffalo? Maybe. One thing we could do is remove one of the 2 Rocky Mountain elk that we've killed with a bow that are on that wall and do a bantang there instead. I wish the bantang took up more of those plaques. Like, they really don't fit it as well as the other species, even though they're basically just as big. I don't still play Rocket League. I haven't touched it since April of 2020. It's been quite some time. Every now and then, like, I'll see, what are they called, reels on Facebook of Rocket League, and I'll be like, I could pick up a controller right now and be better than that guy. I should play again. And then I just don't do it. They should do a croc breaching in a sandbar, hog deer, or Rizzo for a multi-mount. More croc multi-mounts seem like a good idea to me. Favorite character or storyline away the hunter? I mean, River's my favorite character. Storyline-wise, the one for Jackie on Aurora Shores was pretty good. If you haven't played that one, I'd check it out. May have forgotten that we have a tent to fast travel to. Although when we've been coming over here, we're spooking a 3rd moose. See if he shows up. None this time? I'm thinking there's another zone that we don't have discovered, like, in here. That or we just got lucky. Are there albino crocs? Yes. Alright. I already forget if we went here. I'm pretty sure we did. See? There's the problem. I went out of order with stuff, and now I don't know what we've done. What map did you say to get? I gave you 3 suggestions. Vurhonga Savannah, Reventuli Coast, and Emerald Coast. Reventuli Coast is really good if you like small game and waterfowl. Emerald Coast is the newest map. It's got, like, you know, crocodiles, bantang, rooster deer, sandbar, hog deer, like lots of deer species on that map. Australia is where it's based. And then, what was the other one I said? Vurhonga, which is Africa. Africa in any hunting game is always popular, so never a bad choice. And Vurhonga is very well done. Longest you've ever streamed? I've done 24-hour streams 3 times. The one, like, I would have stopped at 24 hours. So what happened was, we were 12 or 14 hours into a 24-hour stream. It was like 2 a.m. And my ISP just so happened to be doing server maintenance that night. So it kicked us off the internet for like 2 hours. But we were already 14 hours in, we were going to quit. So I just posted on the community tab like, hey, we will be back whenever the internet comes back. Eventually, got internet again, finished the stream. So in total, we were like there for 26 hours, but the stream itself still ended up being like 14 and 10 or whatever. Can you do a trophy room tour? If we can get the 2 diamonds we're missing, Eurasian Widgeon and Bobcat, I intend to do a trophy lodge tour then. Still hype for the 400k one, might pull my last all-nighter. The older I get, the more I feel like last all-nighter seems like a good idea. It'd be sick if they added a huge scene of some kind of the lodge that you could add any animals you want. So, I don't remember exactly the context in which it was released, but EW basically put out like their early sketches for what trophy lodges were like kind of meant to be. And one of the sketches, or one of the things in the sketch, I forget, was basically like a Cabela's big mountain thing. I really wish they had done that. I honestly wish Bantang made diamond a little less. Yeah, they're too common. It's almost like it offsets the amount that Rusa don't make diamond. Diamond for kangaroos 492. That one's got a pretty good chance. Weirdest thing that's happened to you in Call of the Wild? Had some weird chat interactions. Just while streaming Call of the Wild count? I had a stream, I think I was on Yukon Valley. And there were a couple of people in the chat that were like PETA representatives or something, or just trolls, I don't know. But they were like, they were saying they were going to report me to PETA, which was hilarious because I'm playing a game. But they seemed to be very appalled that I found shooting pixelated animals funny. And they were very, very upset. What do you think the next great one will be? Probably a predator, since we have gotten 2 herbivores in a row? Maybe. I think wild boar or Roosevelt elk though, because if they want to stick with base game animals, there's not a lot left that would be really good. Roe deer would be an option, but I just don't see them going that route. That's incredible. I can't remember what I told him, but it was something to the effect of like, don't worry, these pixels don't feel pain or something. PETA does say shooting pixels is just as bad as murder. I just saw really, maybe it was fish or something. I didn't know they cared about fish. I thought it was only fluffy animals. Nobles, alright. Well, we did shoot this absolutely giant male over here. 1550, so we can probably get to one last spot, and I'm trying to think of where one last spot may be. Do you fish in real life? I do. I wish I went more than I do, but it's just kind of the way things go all the time. I want to go, and then other things come up, and I don't go. Saving the world one small video game streamer at a time, for real. Do you agree that the plaques in the trophy lodge should be interchangeable? Yes, 100%. It would require more data to be saved, I think, but it just feels like that would be far better as a player, like just the experience. Let's go here. I really can't remember if we went here this run or not. I didn't know that, Danny. Got to do a 48-hour stream when you get to either 500 or 750,000. I think that's like unhealthy. 48 hours like live? That'd be really tough. I've considered like 30. Hello? Who and what are you? Okay, I don't know what you're doing over there. Make the goats able to go on the small plaque would be awesome. I think a lot of stuff should be allowed on, like, one size smaller down plaque than they currently are. You'd fall asleep at 4 hours? If I do really long streams, usually, like, I'll start them around noon or maybe 10 or 11 a.m. and wake up an hour or so before that. That way it's, you know, the least amount of awake time as possible. How's the smoke where you live? Every now and then it seems to kind of come back with a little bit of a vengeance and then goes away, but it hasn't been terrible lately. Gotta be at least 36, gotta be divisible by 12. I mean, 24 is divisible by 12. Oh, maybe we hadn't gotten here yet. Ooh. Somebody knows we're here. If he wants to just spin right around. How do we whiff on? Probably too low. Got a lung, but we'll help him go down. That'll be our last kill. Still going for the moose indeed. What's been your favorite Great One grind? Like, I think Fallow Deer was the easiest to grind. And that was enjoyable in the sense of, like, you know, it always helps to feel like you're really doing something. Like, if you're killing, I was doing 50, 60 fallow there an hour for a while, it feels like you're making progress. Moose, in the 2.5 hours we've been live, I doubt we've gotten to 50. So, you can see where I mean, like, Fallow Deer was probably more fun. But I think the whitetail grind actually was the most enjoyable for me because everything was so unknown then. Frankly, I had no idea if what we were doing was going to work. We were just trying it and going to see what happened, and it did. What map is best for me scrying? Probably Reventuli Coast. But I'm maybe not the best person to answer that because, you know, I haven't grinded on Reventuli Coast yet. Thoughts or opinions on the new content creators covering Call of the Wild? Any favorites? I don't know if I know what you mean by new content creators. Like, official creators with EW, or just new people that are coming up with the game? Tiger from Moose Grinding? It helps that they stand out so well. 24-hour stream from the start of the game. I have considered doing something to that effect. Like, starting over fresh, stream for 24 hours and see how far we get. The problem with that is basically that in order to really do a successful 24-hour stream, in my opinion, you need people in the chat with you, like in Discord with you. You know, like normally Kyle is there with us, Aaron's there for most of them, G-Man's been a part of them. I'm trying to think who all has been there for 24-hour streams. Last time it was like Tyler, Billy, there was a couple more, I think Tacos was there. There were a bunch of people in Discord. It makes the stream a lot more enjoyable, but a lot of those people I mentioned maybe aren't necessarily the hugest fans of Call of the Wild, and it's kind of rude of me to have them on my stream and, like, you know, expect them to stay out 24 hours with me and then just play a game they don't even want to play. Oh, Bottom Boy was on one? Yeah, Mistress and Beeg was on one. There's been so many people over these different streams. I don't want to leave people out, but many just asked me to join. Were you on the last one? If not, you might not have been. If not, you'll be on future ones. I know Paolo was there because we played Red Dead too. A lot of people have been on them, but we'll bring Mel and send her to kill all of our great ones. Anyway, I do be thinking that's going to be the end of this stream. Like I said, probably not getting too serious with Moose yet. We might not come back to the Moose grind for another week or so, just getting our toes wet in the Moose grind waters again. But anyway, that is going to do it for this one. So as always, thank you guys for watching it. Thanks for hanging out for a slightly extended stream, and thanks for staying around while Kyla was taking care of things while I was talking to Mr. Insurance Guy. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. If all goes well, classic beginner's guide, advanced tactics. Bye!